Hi, I'm Chad. I'm looking for a method of birth control for my relationship.
Hey, I'm the pill. Hi, I'm the IUD. Hi, I'm the implant. Hey, I'm the condom.
So tell me about yourself.
The birth control pill is an effective contraceptive that you take once a day. The pill works by releasing hormones that stop ovulation and thicken mucus on the cervix. There are two types of the pill, the combination pill and the progestin-only pill. The progestin-only pill must be taken 3 times a day, while the combination pill only needs to be taken once. If you choose to start taking the progestin-only pill, you have to wait 48 hours before you are protected from pregnancy, and the combination is a 5 to 7 day wait. There are many side effects of the pill, but one, and probably most noticeable, is the slowing or stopping of the menstrual cycle. In 1960, Margaret Sanger opened the first birth control clinic in America, and she was desperate to find a simple oral contraceptive that women could take. She closely followed the research on these pills, and this is what led her to meet endocrinologist Gregory Pinex. Together, Sanger, Pinex, and another gynecologist named John Rock worked together to create this birth control pill. Then in April 1956, the FDA approved the pill to regulate menstruation, and finally in 1960, it was approved for use as an oral contraceptive. By 1965, 1 out of every 4 married women were using the pill, and by 1984, 13 million people were using it. The pill has had revolutionary effects. It was a so-called liberator for women's rights, and it allowed women to control their sexuality and readiness for reproduction. The pill allowed women to focus on their college careers and on their actual careers. After only 5 years of the pill being released, college enrollment for women was up 20%, and dropout rates were down. The pill has had revolutionary effects.
So tell me about yourself.
The IUD was first created in 1909, but it was not accepted into society as a method of birth control. The Dalkin shield was used by women in the 1970s, and it killed at least 18 women. The positives of IUDs are they are more than 99% effective and very convenient. They don't let sperm through the cervix. They last a very long time. With the IUD, you can get it and forget it. But IUDs are also reversible, so you can take it out and still be able to get pregnant. There is an option for non-hormonal versions in case hormonal ones cause medical issues, which is the copper IUD. They last up to 12 years. Some of the negatives of IUDs can be the side effects. They hurt going in, cause irregular periods for the first 6 months, and they give no protection from STDs. In the future, people will hopefully use IUDs as an alternative to other methods of birth control. It's convenient, effective, and they last a very long time.
So tell me about yourself.
The implant Norplant was introduced in 1967. At this time, it had 6 rod capsules. The 6 rods were inserted just under the skin in a fan shape and released hormones. Implanon and Explanon were introduced in 1999 with the single rod implant. This used a different type of hormone, which was more compatible with human bodies, which led to less health issues. Progestin, the hormone that is used in the more popular Nexplanon implant, prevents sperm from entering the uterus so it cannot fertilize an egg and pregnancy cannot begin. The implant is a small matchstick-sized rod that is inserted under the skin in your upper arm. It releases a hormone that prevents pregnancy by stopping ovulation and helps a woman's body block sperm from getting to the egg. It is a hormonal method that sometimes includes side effects, which are most commonly irregular bleeding. This usually stops after the first 3 to 6 months. This method does not prevent STDs, so it is recommended to use a condom with it as well. The implant gets inserted by a doctor or healthcare professional, then it does not need to be worried about. It just sits there under the skin and protects against pregnancy for up to 3 years. If they want it to be removed before then, it is very simple to have it removed. This method is one of the most effective and simple methods with an effectiveness rate of over 99%.
So tell me about yourself.
Condoms can be dated back to 11,000 BC in France. A few thousand years later, the contraceptive technique comes up again in Egyptian hieroglyphs and Greek mythology. There's been many more innovations and changes over time in the condom. When it was first invented, people would use goat intestines. Nowadays, we use latex.
Made a decision. I choose the pull-out method.